We see the pivot into Wish Daddy Cash, looking to bait out a potential grass type ask, and you shall receive Tropius, double weak to ice. We fire off the blizzard. Does the opponent respect the damage? Welcome back to the channel. Buckle up, because today is going to be one hell of a ride, as we have a banger of a battle submission from my friend and Discord moderator KitKatdeluxe. As promised, not only am I back posting more regularly, we're back at it with them longer videos. Today we've got a whopping 30 minutes of battles, 20 battles to be precise. So if you enjoy that longer content or any of my content, I'd appreciate you smashing that like button, helping get my channel back going. KitKat today is running a Pidgeot double Mud Boy strategy. We've got that Wish Daddy Cash with no Scold. Scold did get nerfed. We're going old school with Mud Bomb and that Hail Mary Blizzard, with Quagsire, the best Mud Boy in the Great League format, operating as the closer. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game one, we see the Nightmare lead. Two better response in the back. We say switch into Wish Daddy Cash, drawing out Meganium KitKat, looking to reach the Blizzard and getting there. The question is, does the opponent respect the damage? Get that Meganium off my screen. Just like that, Wish Daddy Cash in the first battle claims its first victim, and we're off to a very quick 1-0 start. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we see more of a neutral lead. Raticate into Pidgeot. KitKat running the ABB team will need to pivot at some stage, looking to bait out a potential grass type, because we probably can't Blizzard all of them. We tank the crunch. KitKat looks to fire off the Brave Bird. The opponent actually is the one that does the switching. The Brave Bird still does big damage onto Toxapex, and we send out Wish Daddy Cash. Toxapex hits like an absolute wet noodle. It's just bulky, really boring. Whiscash doesn't care about the brine. KitKat looking to heavily overfarm before firing off the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb more than enough to knock out, and Whiscash has so much residual energy waiting. The opponent sends out Superior. Are we going to be 2 for 2 on Blizzard? Blizzard goes unshielded. Another big boom. Holy crap, this video is going to be a roller coaster of emotions. Oh boy, just over 2 minutes into the battle submission and I'm already in shambles. Heading into the next battle, we see a huge core breaker for the team. Cradilly, due to its rock grass typing, has the ability to hit the entire team for super effective. KitKat shields up the rock slide. She's then going to overfarm, and we're full sending the Brave Bird. Does the opponent respect the damage? They do not. Get that Cradilly out of here. Who cares about any core breaker? The opponent sends out Typhlosion, and we see the pivot into Wish Daddy Cash. The opponent looks to chip us with the Blast Burn. Holy moly, that did not look like some resisted damage, as it does nearly all of our HP. The opponent sends out Blaziken, shield up the Mud Bomb, and commit to the counter farm down. KitKat has so much residual energy. On Pidgeot, she fires off the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace forces the opponent's final protection. The opponent really needs to throw. The opponent looks for the counter farm down. They don't get there. Pidgeot fires off the second Aerial Ace, securing the knockout. We're looking to switch out into the Quagman. Unfortunately, switch timer doesn't pop up, but the opponent recognises the game's over and concede the match. GG's. Heading into the next battle, we see Pidgeot into Skeledirge. Two better response in the back. KitKat fires off one wing attack, transfers the Incinerate into Wish Daddy Cash, and we draw out Tropius. Tropius going to be double weak to ice. Does the opponent respect the damage? Blizzard gets that one-hit KO. The opponent fucked about. They found out, and just like that, switch advantage is ours. Wish Daddy Cash still not done. Able to reach the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb forces the opponent's Protect Shield, and the opponent in absolute shambles. Wish Daddy Cash able to not only win a switch advantage, but obtain a shield advantage as well. KitKat sends out the second Mud Boy. The opponent fire off the crunch. The opponent looks to fire off the second. KitKat happy to give back a Protect Shield, looking to keep his health on Quagsire, and out comes Cradilly. KitKat looking for the chip and dip, gonna fire off the Stone Edge. Rock does not resist rocks. This is gonna land for some decent neutral damage, and we see the pivot into Pidgeot. One rock slide isn't going to be lethal, and the bullet seeds are resisted. The opponent fire off the rock slide. Pidgeot withstands the damage. KitKat then fires off one wing attack and the Aerial Ace for optimal fast move timing, and we force the opponent's final Protect Shield. Pidgeot able to outpace to the second Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace more than enough to knock out. The opponent is going to get the Incinerate farm down. There's nothing the opponent can do. They recognise that, concede the match, and KitKat pulls off yet another emphatic dub. GG's. In the next battle, We see Licky, far too thicky, a fantastic lead for Pidgeot. Due to our normal subtype, and we are double resisting the licks. Lickitung has access to Power Whip, so KitKat recognising she doesn't really want to switch out of this matchup. Fires off the Aerial Ace, not looking to lower her own defence. The opponent is going to return fire with the Body Slam. Body Slam just simply doesn't get the job done. KitKat this time looking for the kill shot. We fire off the Brave Bird. Brave Bird secures the knockout, and we see the pivot into Whiscash. Our Whiscash draws out Quagsire, and already this looks like another G to the G KitKat. Just going to be looking to do as much damage as she physically can and save her shields for Quagsire. That's going to have no problem beating that very annoying nipple Toxapex. KitKat has already managed to force the first Protect Shield with the first Mud Bomb. The second Mud Bomb goes unshielded, getting the opposing Quagman below half health. Our Whiscash is just about outside of Aqua Tail range, which is probably worse as the opponent does get the Mud Shot farm down. KitKat sends back out Pidgeot. Is she going to shield last second? She invests to Protect Shield, blocking up the incoming Aqua Tail, and the opponent switches back out into Toxapex. KitKat fires off the Brave Bird on the CMP type. Brave Bird forces the final Protect Shield. KitKat says, Pidgeot, thank you very much for your contribution. Quagsire's got it from here. The opponent goes for the undercharge. We show him Quagsire, and the opponent once again concede the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we see the very oppressive Shadow Gyarados. Pidgeot is our best response, as both our Mud Boys are going to be hitting for double resisted with their Mud Shots. KitKat goes straight for the Aerial Ace, forcing us early shield advantage. Pidgeot getting absolutely torn apart by these Dragon Breaths. The opponent fires off the Aqua Tail on the CMP type KitKat, happy to shield in return, looking to force either the final Protect Shield or the knockout. The opponent goes all in on Gyarados, and we send out the Quagman. The opponent makes a very late switch into Trevenant, and Trevenant is not going to appreciate Quagsire's a rock-type coverage. Stone Edge rocks the opponent below half health. KitKat looking to get off some chip damage with the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail leaves Trevenant on a sliver of HP and forces the energy. The double super effective Seed Bomb would have knocked us out from full health, so that is an easy knockout for the opponent. We send back out Pidgeot. Pidgeot gets the wing attack farm down. Gyarados comes back out and opts to dump energy. Aqua Tail secures the knockout, and it's now Wish Daddy Cash versus the Wild. KitKat still has a Protect Shield, and she's looking to deploy it here. We block up the incoming Crunch, and KitKat continuing to farm up. The opponent sends out Skeledirge. Wish Daddy Cash going to fire off the first Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb isn't going to be lethal. KitKat then fires off 2 Mud Shots for optimal fast move timing, maximising our energy before knocking out Skeledirge, and it's going to be a race. KitKat looks to fire off the Mud Bomb, but unfortunately we lose CMP. Can we survive an Aqua Tail? Oof, no we cannot. Very close game. GG's to that opponent. Heading into the next battle. We see that Core Breaker Cradilly again in the lead. Last time KitKat nuked it with the Brave Bird. Can we go 2 for 2 on nuking this rock type? KitKat blocks up the incoming rock side, and again there is no baiting. Does the opponent respect the damage this time? The Brave Bird does get shielded. As we have now lowered our own defense, this rock side would easily knock out, so KitKat deploys her final protection, and again she's farming up and full sending the Brave Bird. Is the opponent willing to go all shields down? Yes they are. KitKat then looks to make a savage rock slide catch onto Whiscash. Whiscash going to easily tank the rock slide, but not going to be a fan of these double super effective bullet seeds. KitKat fires off the Mud Bomb, looking to do some chip damage. Mud Bomb isn't quite lethal, and Wish Daddy Cash is about to get vanquished back to its Pokeball. Whiscash, thank you very much for your contribution. This isn't a bad spot for KitKat to be in, as we can send out Pidgeot, look for the wing attack farm down, and look to Brave Bird something. The opponent sends out Charger Bug. Charger Bug gonna get outpaced. Charger Bug straight in and straight out. The opponent's final Pokemon is Toxapex. The opponent is Switch Lock, so KitKat pivots into Quagman, looking to absorb the energy. The opponent fires off the Brine. Quagsire going to be able to heavily overfarm before firing off the Stone Edge. Stone Edge won't be lethal, but will put them into 1 move range from Pidgeot. The opponent going to return fire with the Brine, and their switch timer should be popping up shortly. Does the opponent look to make the catch? Yes, they do. KitKat sees it coming in, fires off the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail will be securing the knockout. Can we reach 1 further Stone Edge? Unfortunately, we cannot, but KitKat able to reach the Aerial Ace, and Aerial Ace is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. KitKat managing to maneuver away around Core Breaker Cradilly beautifully, heading into the next battle. Uh-oh, yet another core breaker in the form of Ferrothorn. I've personally really enjoyed using the Shadow variant of Ferrothorn. I think a grass type, having access to an electric type move is such a cool one. KitKat once again tries to sneak the Brave Bird through 2 Protect Shields unsuccessfully. Despite us lowering our own defense, the opponent also full sends a Thunder, which is advantageous for us KitKat again. YOLO's yet another Brave Bird, forcing the opponent's final Protect Shield. KitKat gonna go all shields down. This time the opponent baits with the Power Whip, killing a poor defenseless cat in the process. KitKat fires off the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace isn't quite lethal, and we see a very nice catch of what should be a Thunder onto Wish Daddy Cash. The opponent, of course, has no reason to bait as we've got no Protect Shields. KitKat has been to school and her counting is phenomenal. Whilst we're on that subject, KitKat has actually only played this game for around 5 seasons and she's managed to hit Legend in the past 2. And that is because she's studied. You can see her fast move timing and counting are absolutely on point. And like I always say in my videos, I think that essentially is the difference between a Legend player and someone unable to hit it. KitKat now sends out the Quagman. Quagman tanks the first Aqua Tail. KitKat looks to fire off the Aqua Tail, but unfortunately loses CMP. The opponent's Aqua Tail gets us below half health. KitKat goes for the full undercharge, but even no bubbled, Aqua Tail is enough to knock out the opponent's final Pokemon is Skeledirge. The opponent looks to make the catch. KitKat says not today, trainer. The opponent concedes the match and KitKat picks up the dub. Very nice composure there from KitKat in the endgame, despite making a small mistake. Playing to the CMP tie, she did not win, of course. Shout out Home Slice for that quote. In the next battle, we see the battle of the flying types. Pelipper fires off the Weather Ball. Pidgeot withstands the damage and YOLO's the Brave Bird. Brave Bird forced to Protect Shield and we see the pivot into Whiscash. The Flying Toilet farms up to a potential Hurricane and we see the instant no shield deployed. The opponent fires off the Weather Ball, but they're already doubled up. Whiscash being used as the damage sponge. The next Weather Ball gets us incredibly low and KitKat looking to get rid of this Toilet Bird with the Blizzard. Blizzard secures the knockout. The opponent now sends out Charger Bug, look for the Volt Switch farm down, but despite Wish Daddy Cash being very low on HP, able to reach the departed Mud Bomb for some very welcome chip damage. KitKat now sends out the second Mud Boy. Quagman easily able to tank 1 X Scissor. You can actually tank 2 X Scissor, but it does leave you quite low. KitKat opts to shield the next one. KitKat can now heavily overfarm. If the opponent looks to stay in, they actually send out Diggersby, and Diggersby isn't going to fancy a loaded Quagsire. Aqua Tail does around 40%. This second one should get him just about into the red. Unfortunately, Diggersby, aka Thickersby, far too thick for any aggressive mud shot farm down. KitKat respects the Scorching Sands. The opponent baits with the Fire Punch, but undeterred, KitKat farms up and puts the stamp of authority, showing no bait, will be saving this opponent's fate. She catches the Scorching Sands. She's able to wing attack farm all the way down. We leave with the Brave Bird. We actually fire off the Aerial Ace. I'm not entirely sure why, but regardless, the opponent invests that Protect Shield. We've got the Stone Edge locked and loaded, but KitKat, I guess, goes for the BM Aqua Tail. Either one would have secured the knockout. I personally would have thrown rocks, showing that opponent that masturbating isn't the way to go. Heading into the next battle, we see Cradilly in the lead, a Pokemon I did say is a core breaker for the team, but KitKat has managed to maneuver away around everyone we've seen to this point in the video. KitKat shields up the rock slide. The opponent then save switches into Toxapex. KitKat looking to chip and dip with the Brave Bird. Brave Bird lands for massive damage and we send out Wish Daddy Cash. I really like that chip and dip from KitKat, as we can now farm up all the way to 100 energy before firing off the Mud Bomb, and then we're going to be able to outpace the returning Cradilly to the Blizzard. It looks like KitKat actually looking to mud shot farm all the way down, and I actually like this play as well because it leaves minimal farm for Cradilly should they wish to shield the Blizzard. The opponent actually not looking to play any bait games, opt to send out Jellicent. KitKat firing off 1 mud shot and the Mud Bomb for optimal fast move timing. 2 Mud Bombs get the opponent below half health. The opponent then looks to snipe with Cradilly, but the spammy Whiscash able to reach the Mud Bomb, getting Cradilly down below half health. The opponent still hanging on to 2 Protect Shields, which could be an issue. KitKat finds herself all shields down. She fires off 1 wing attack and the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace forces the Protect Shield. KitKat then pivots into Quagsire, sacrificing it to the Pokegods. Quagman gets 1-shot vanquished Back to its Pokeball, KitKat looks for the wing attack farm down, which we get, just Jellicent remains. Again, KitKat being very disciplined with her fast move timing, one wing attack and the aerial ace. Unless the opponent's on Ice Beam, any one move is going to be an easy tank. The opponent fires off the Surf, we withstand the damage, reach the aerial ace, and that is going to be all she wrote with KitKat, going for free against Cradilly leads. Let's go. Heading into the next battle, we see Pidgeot into Swampert. These two are more commonly seen on the same team, but this time they face opposing one another. The opponent goes straight for the Hydro Cannon. Pidgeot, despite being a shadow, can easily tank one, and we're not in danger of getting Mud Shot farmed down. KitKat looks to fire off the aerial ace, but loses CMP. KitKat shields up the next Hydro Cannon, returns fire with the aerial ace. Is the opponent going to call it? Aerial ace forces the Protect Shield. The opponent now pivot out into Vigoroth, and we are YOLOing the Brave Bird. Brave Bird goes unshielded, nearly getting that one hit KO, and KitKat now sends out the Quagman. Not only is the damage sponge, but looking for a very nice Mud Shot farm down. We get the Mud Shot farm down back out. Comes Swampert. Shadow Swampert not going to appreciate the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail leaves the opponent into the red. The opponent unable to reach the Hydro Cannon. We Mud Shot farm down. The opponent's final Pokemon is Charizard. KitKat YOLOs that Hail Mary Stone Edge. Picks up the one hit KO, and KitKat pulls off yet another emphatic dub. GG's. In the next battle, we've got some bird on bird action. I'm going to call the opponent is going to go for a Feather Dance, but KitKat just YOLOs the Brave Bird. Brave Bird goes unshielded. Get that Pidgeot out of here. What a boom. The opponent now sends out Whiscash, and we respond with our own Whiscash. The opponent fires off the Scald. We don't have Scald, so KitKat is going to return fire with the Mud Bomb. Is this a mirror team? There's a couple of variations of this team. Some people still rocking with the GOAT, Shadow Swampert, and I respect it, as the GOAT will always do GOAT things. KitKat able to land the next Mud Bomb. The opponent looking to 2-shield whatever they've got in the back. Scald secures the knockout. KitKat sends out her own Quagsire, and it is indeed a mirror team. But KitKat has two very healthy Pokemon, and the opposing Quagsire needs to pull off an almost impossible task of 1v2. The opponent does still have two Protect Shields, as we do, and they've also got Whiscash as a potential third shield. The opponent also in an advantageous spot, as they do win CMP. We force the first Protect Shield. KitKat then farms up, catches the Aqua Tail onto Pidgeot, and that should pretty much put the final nail in the opponent's coffin. The opponent continues to stay in, look to fire off one further Aqua Tail. KitKat unwilling to shield Pidgeot. Aqua Tail does secure the knockout. KitKat pauses, anticipating the opponent looking to make the catch. Out comes Whiscash. KitKat shields up the Scald, commits to the Mud Shot farm down, leaves doubled up on charge moves. You know the drill. The first Aqua Tail will be forcing the opponent's final Protect Shield, and the second Aqua Tail is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. It's always a nice feeling when you see a mirror team and you emerge victorious. In the next battle, we see Pidgeot into a Alolan Marowak. A very nice lead for us. However, as we're on an ABB team, we do opt to pivot. We send out Wish Daddy Cash, and out comes Licky, far too thicky. Always nice to bait this thing out, so Quagsire doesn't have to see it. Of course, Lickitung has access to Power Whip, and despite it being a very defense-weighted Pokemon, one will be lethal. KitKat able to fire off two Mud Bombs. We call the bait like an absolute savage. A huge mistake from the opponent, as this Mud Bomb will get the opponent incredibly low. Whiscash putting in so much work on the safe switch. KitKat gets Licky very low. We now send out Pidgeot with two shields intact and get a wing attack farm down. The opponent send out their own Pidgeot again. KitKat just YOLOing the Brave Bird. Does the opponent respect the damage? Oh, boo, Mr. Opponent. The opponent craps their pants, putting up that Protect Shield. Interestingly enough, this non-shadow Pidgeot is also running Aerial Ace. Most non-shadows run the very horny for the debuff move of Aerial Ace. Holy crap, the opponent near nukes us with their own Brave Bird, but Quagsire able to hang on. The opponent catches the Stone Edge onto Marowak. KitKat sends out Pidgeot, gets the wing attack farm down, and we now re-enter the bird on bird mirror. KitKat farms up to the Brave Bird bait with the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace forces the opponent's final Protect Shield. KitKat, of course, going to deploy her final Protect Shield, blocking up the incoming Aerial Ace. We reach the Brave Bird, and Brave Bird going to be massive overkill, and we're going to take that game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Heading into the next battle, We'll leave Pidgeot into Quagsire. If I was KitKat, I'd probably throw 7 wing attacks and look to catch a potential Stone Edge onto Wish Daddy Cash. KitKat though has other ideas, stays in. YOLO's the Brave Bird. Brave Bird near knocks out. We see the instant shield deployed. Even if the opponent fires off the Aqua Tail, we would be able to wing attack farm down in one. The opponent actually YOLO the Stone Edge. KitKat gets that wing attack farm down. The opponent sends out Wigglytuff. We reset our debuff, sending out Wish Daddy Cash, and we're going to start spamming Mud Bombs. The first Mud Bomb forces the opponent's first Protect Shield, a Charmer shielding. Who would have thought? If the opponent goes for Icy Wind, which they do, we are going to be able to survive and get off yet another Mud Bomb for some very welcome chip damage. The next Mud Bomb gets the opponent below half health. KitKat can come into either Pokemon. Let's see what she's cooking up. We actually opt to send out the Quagman. KitKat goes straight for the Aqua Tail, which is good timing. The time you're looking for 2-turn into 3-turn is either 1, 4 or 7. Interestingly enough, the opponent burns their final Protect Shield, perhaps implying they're weak to Quagsire. KitKat matches Protect Shields, then heavily overfarms before firing off the Aqua Tail. Even one stage debuffed Aqua Tail will be enough to knock out the opponent's final Pokemon is Skeledirge. No debuff is really going to help us. Stone Edge still rocks the opponent deep into the red. KitKat pivots into Pidgeot, reaches the Aerial Ace. We go for the no bubble. A bit of bad manners, having some fun. However, no one move will be knocking us out. The opponent fire off the disarming voice. Pidgeot withstands the damage, wing attack farms down, and we take that game. In the next battle, we see another Skeledirge, this fire crocodile, or perhaps fire alligator. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. We pivot into Wish Daddy Cash, drawing out Vigoroth. It looks like KitKat looking to YOLO that Hail Mary Blizzard. We tank the Body Slam, return fire with the Blizzard. Blizzard isn't going to one-hit KO, but will leave the opponent deep into the red. After landing a Blizzard, it only takes Whiscash 4 further Mud Shots for the Mud Bomb, because Mud Shot generates 9 energy, 9 9s are 81. The Blizzard costs 75, so you've got 6 residuals, so 4 more Mud Shots would give you a further 36. Hence it's on a 4 cycle, which means Whiscash able to cleanly win the 1 shields. We even reach the departing Mud Bomb onto this Charger Bug, putting them into Aqua Tail range. The opponent has no real response for Quagman from here. KitKat looks to fire off the Aqua Tail, but loses CMP. KitKat happy to burn a Protect Shield, blocking up the incoming X-Scissor. Is the opponent willing to shield Charger Bug? KitKat goes for the undercharge, but the opponent invests that Protect Shield regardless. KitKat continuing to farm up and going all in on Quagsire. KitKat shields up the next X-Scissor, fires off 1 Mud Shot and the Aqua Tail. The opponent pretty much have to let this go, which they do. Back out comes Skeledirge. Skeledirge able to outpace, and Disarming Voice does secure the knockout, and it's now all down to Pidgeot to clean up. Pidgeot not going to appreciate this Incinerate damage or the Disarming Voice. Disarming Voice gets us into the yellow. KitKat looking to bait with the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace goes unshielded, but able to wing attack farm down. I thought that was going to be a loss, but who was worried? Emily locked KitKat as she's able to take that game. In the next battle, we see the battle of the normal type. Shadow Pidgeot into the King of the Theme Cup, the cheeky little monkey Vigoroth, or the annoying pest Vigoroth. I'll let you decide. The opponent doesn't build up to a potential rock size, so KitKat tanks the Body Slam, returns fire with the Brave Bird. Brave Bird picks up that one-hit KO. That very annoying monkey gets vanquished back to its Pokeball. We pivot into Wish Daddy Cash, drawing out Mantine. KitKat looks to land yet another big boom. I cannot believe the opponent shielded the Blizzard. Good shield from the opponent. I guess we have already nuked them once. The opponent probably thinks this might be one of them trainers that goes straight nukes. And they're right, as KitKat does not fuck about. The opponent fires off the Aerial Ace. They're able to wing attack farm down before we reach the next Blizzard. KitKat now sends out Pidgeot. Pidgeot is going to force the energy off Mantine, and it's all going to be down to Quagsire. With that wing attack damage, the opponent should pretty much be in Stone Edge range. It does about 80%. KitKat finds herself in not a bad spot. We've got Quagman with 2 Protect Shield, and we don't need to be worried about the opponent making any catch, as I don't think they want to catch a Stone Edge. Onto Charger Bug. Stone Edge forces the opponent's final Protect Shield. KitKat finally going to start investing Protect Shield. We shield at the Aerial Ace. The opponent then pivots out into Charger Bug. KitKat can now shield at this X-Scissor. We can overfarm before firing off the Stone Edge. KitKat Could have fired off 2 more mud shots, but regardless, we're still going to outpace Mantine. We definitely are now. We get the mud shot farm down. KitKat wins the race, reaches 1 further Stone Edge. Is Stone Edge enough to knock out? Of course it is. Get that Mantine off my screen, and Quagman sweeps the backline. GG's, and thanks for playing. Heading into the next battle, we see Charger Bug in the lead. Not fantastic when shields are up. KitKat fires off 1 wing attack, pivots into Wish Daddy Cash, drawing out Trevenant. The opponent continuing to farm up Trainer. Play silly games and you might win silly prizes. Blizzard gets that 1-hit KO. The opponent fucked about. They found out, instantly concede the match, and Whiscash claims another victim. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we see another Cradilly. KitKat has managed to beat them all so far, and this time we're changing formula. There is no shot, they call it. Oh man. Every time I bait, the opponents always call it, but KitKat, evidently the best master baiter in the world. Unlike me, I just YOLO nukes because I am so salty every time I bait and the opponent no shields. KitKat shields up the rock slide. The opponent pivots out into Toxapex. We bank the Brave Bird and send out Wish Daddy Cash. Wish Daddy Cash very favourable in this matchup. The Shadow variant able to 2-shot this very bulky nipple with 2 mud bombs. The opponent fires off the brine. Brine just tickles Wish Daddy Cash now. Looks to overfarm before firing off the next mud bomb. KitKat goes for the undercharge. I like this play as his next brine won't be lethal, and we might be able to reach yet another Hail Mary Blizzard. Whiscash looking for the mud shot farm down. Can we reach the Blizzard? KitKat commits and is rewarded. Does the opponent respect the damage? Get that Cradilly out of it. Whiscash knocks out Cradilly. Compose yourself, Jamie. The opponent's final Pokemon is Charger Bug. Lose con would be baiting as the opponent likely don't shield this. Knowing we got the Brave Bird bank, we sneak the Stone Edge through the Protect Shield, and KitKat takes that game. What a win. In the next battle, we see Shadow Giraffe. Is this the first Confusion user we've seen? I can't recall another one, but we are 27 minutes in, but I think it's the first, which is a surprise, as these annoying, toxic, fast move pressure teams have been plaguing my life. KitKat forces a Protect Shield with the Aerial Ace, shields the Psychic Fang in return, and dips out into Whiscash. We go straight for the Mud Bomb, looking to apply some shield pressure. The opponent invests that Protect Shield and look to fire off yet another Psychic Fang. Whiscash tanks the damage. The opponent is going to need to pivot or get knocked out. The opponent continues to stay in. Wish Daddy Cash secures the knockout. The opponent sends out Toxapex. Look for the resisted Poison Jab farm down with our lowered defense, but Wish Daddy Cash like, nah, not today, trainer. We fire off the Mud Bomb, send out the Quagman. The opponent looks to chip with the Brine, and KitKat says, enjoy yourself. This is going to do nothing. The opponent actually YOLO the Sludge Wave. Okay. A resisted Sludge Wave does do more damage, so I guess the opponent must be weak as they're staying in, looking to do maximum damage. They are so weak indeed. Out comes Charger Bug. Charger Bug gets greeted with the Stone Edge. KitKat looks to catch the X-Scissor. The opponent concedes the match, and KitKat picks up yet another beautiful dub. Heading into the next battle, yet another bird on bird mirror. This really is the bait game, a horrible mirror to play out. No one wants to shield a Feather Dance, and no one wants to be hit with a Brave Bird. KitKat tries her luck, YOLOing the Brave Bird. The opponent looks to call the bait. Hashtag no baits on this channel. And apparently Confusion users are like bosses. I haven't seen any to this point, and we're 2 for 2. Out comes Giraffe Rig. We tank the Psychic Fang, throw 1 Mud Shot and the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb probably forced to Protect Shield. A Shadow Giraffe Rig. It's kind of like Shadow, I don't know, what should I say? Sharpedo? It's not quite that glassy, but it may as well be, as people just shield everything. KitKat forces both Protect Shields. We send out the Quagman. The opponent probably thought we were going to send out Pidgeot, so looked to instant switch. But surprise, trainer, we're going to bring out our second Mud Boy. Quagsire very much in the driver's seat. 2 Aqua Tails are going to knock out. You can see the first one gets them into the yellow. KitKat happy to tank the next Mud Bomb. We then farm up, throw the Aqua Tail on the CMP tie. KitKat opts to throw just before, but regardless, this is going to be game over. Aqua Tail does secure the knockout. Back out comes Giraffe Rig. We look to fire off the Aqua Tail, but we lose CMP. KitKat just going to put it all on Pidgeot, looking to land 1 more Brave Bird. We could have reached the Brave Bird, but Aerial Ace going to be enough to pick up the knockout, and KitKat takes that game. And that, unfortunately, is going to draw to a close today's showcase. Huge shout out to KitKatdeluxe, aka KitKat Legend. As I said previously, she's a fairly new battler, but you can see she has all the skills to pay the bills with a very aggressive, no nukes playstyle. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing if you'd like your battles featured on my channel. A link to our battle submission form is down below. And as always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.